Hi guys, and welcome. We're continuing working with Garageband today. Today what we're going to be learning about is how to work with the Apple Loops library. So first of all, a loop is basically a short pre-recorded piece of music that can be used in your compositions. You can either use it once or, as is often the case, you often might choose to repeat that loop a variety of times throughout your piece. So here's how it works. Remember last time we were working, we chose to select a software instrument here. Well, today, for working in loops, we're going to choose an audio input. So it doesn't really matter which one. Once you've chosen one, you'll be able to add other instruments without choosing these again. But for the first one, we need to choose one of these two. So we're going to choose the one with the microphone, and we're going to click Create. So you can actually see, because we've temporarily chosen the microphone, it's now actually hearing what I'm saying on the audio recording here. But that's something we're going to be looking at in another session. So for this one, to use the loop library, we go over here on the right. You see you've got these three options here. The middle one, you see it'll pop up, says Apple Loops. So we click on that, and we are presented with a whole heap of different instruments that are sorted into instrument and styles. So to insert a loop, first thing we do, we click on the sort of instrument we think we might like. I'll choose piano this time, and I'm just going to move this over so you can see a little better. But basically what happens is, once we've chosen piano, down the bottom here, you'll see a wide variety of different options. As soon as you click on one, it'll show you what it sounds like. So it plays it through for us. Cool, kind of R&B-ish. So I don't mind the sound of that. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to grab it. I just select it with my mouse and I drag it over. Now see, I'm going to drop it up onto the top one, onto the audio there. I let it go. And suddenly in my session here, I've got that actually piano part. Now, that's the loop. You'll see that only happened once and it was quite short. So, say you wanted it to repeat a number of times. Watch what happens. As I move the cursor to the right end, you'll see that little icon pops up there. If I drag that and pull it across to the right, it'll repeat that loop as many times as I choose. The main thing to do is to stop at the end of the loop. You can tell that because you'll see here, it's got these little dips. That's telling us that that's the end of the loop here. Okay, so I've got it to the end of the loop here. Now, if we take that back to the start, you'll hear it plays through, it can play through 4 times. And it loops over again. Great. So now we've put that first loop in. I say, okay, my piano sounds cool. I'd like to add a second loop. I think I might like to add, say, a drum beat or a groove. So over here we've got one called beats, so I'll start trying that one. I'll select that. Again, I'll move this over just so you can see here with the recording. And I'm going to have a listen to this first one. It says 80s backbeat. Okay, I don't mind the sound of that. I'll click on it and stop it. I'm going to grab it. Now, where it says over here, whoopsies, it says drag Apple Loops here. So what I'm going to do, I simply drag this over and place it where I want it. I'm going to put it, tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to, it's just giving me a bit of trouble moving over here. I'm going to put it after one repeat of the first loop. So that means one loop will just be piano, and then you'll hear the beat come in. So let's have a listen to how that sounds. Cool. Now that sounded good. That was quite short though. So I'm going to use the same system as before. I go to the right hand, I grab it, I drag it across, and now once the drums come in, it's going to remain in for the rest of the recording. Let's have a listen. Sorry guys, had a slight interruption there. So just to finish off, we have now looked at how to open up the loop library, how to select loops, and how to drag them into our session. So go ahead, have a play around, try and combine some different sounds. Remember, you can always drag the BPM down or up if you'd like to change the speed of your piece, and I look forward to seeing what you guys come up with. Thanks a lot. Bye.